Under the lights of Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, the world watched as a Maori woman from rural New Zealand, once battling addiction and despair, faced off against one of boxing's greatest champions, Claressa Shields. That woman was Lani, the smiling assassin Daniels, a two-division world champion who made history not through privilege or power, but through sheer will and the strength of her whakapapa. Lani Daniels didn't grow up dreaming of wealth, but by now, she stood as a globally recognized figure in women's boxing. Her estimated net worth is $600,000, amassed through championship purses, nursing income, sponsorships, and a headline-making deal with a major international boxing promoter in April 2025. While far from millions earned by some U.S. fighters, for Daniels, every dollar represents a comeback, a triumph over trauma, tragedy, and a system that never made space for a Maori nurse to become a global sports icon. What sets Daniels apart isn't just the belts or the paydays. It's her authenticity. She remains grounded in her roots, working shifts as a mental health nurse, training youth in her community, and proudly representing Ngāpuhi and Ngāti Hine. Whether stepping into a hospital or a world title bout, she carries her people with her. Early life. Lani Daniels was born to Irani Moana Daniels on July 15, 1988, in Whangarei, a small city in Northland, New Zealand. Raised in the rural settlement of Pipaway, Daniels grew up immersed in Maori culture, tradition, and values. Her Wana family, deeply rooted in the Ngāpuhi and Ngāti Hine iwi, provided love and community, but life was anything but easy. Daniels is one of 9 children, raised in a home that emphasized humility, resilience, and spirituality. But at the age of 14, her world was shattered when her younger brother passed away from leukemia. His death sent her into a deep emotional spiral, where she struggled with alcohol and drug abuse, depression, and suicidal ideation. Boxing didn't come into her life as a childhood dream. It came as a lifeline. Introduced to the sport through her sister, Caroline, Lani discovered that the discipline of the gym and the structure of training offered her a way to process pain and reclaim her life. Her natural athleticism and mental toughness quickly stood out, and she pursued boxing alongside her education. She later enrolled in the Waikato Institute of Technology, where she earned a Bachelor of Nursing in 2016. That same year, she became a registered nurse, cementing a dual identity as a caregiver and fighter that would define her legacy. Personal life. Lani Daniels is notoriously private about her romantic relationships. As of today, there are no publicly confirmed reports of a husband or children. Her focus, as she's often shared in interviews, remains on her family, community, career, and spiritual growth. Daniels is deeply spiritual and proudly Maori, often referencing her Christian faith and Tikanga Maori customs in her public statements. Her connection to her people runs deep. After winning the IBF heavyweight title in 2023, Daniels returned home to Tauhenar Mary in a victory parade where she rode through her village on a horse-drawn cart, dubbed the Chariot of Champions. Elders, children, and entire generations welcomed her home with haka, waiata, and tears of pride. Beyond boxing, she continues to work part-time as a mental health nurse in Whangarei. Her other passion, mentorship. Daniels regularly volunteers with at-risk youth, teaches self-defense, and encourages rangatahi, young people, to choose pathways of healing over harm. In 2024, she broadened her public image by joining Channel 4's Celebrity SAS, Who Dares Wins, where she completed the brutal military-style challenge and impressed viewers with her grit and leadership. Professional career. Amateur origins, 2014 to 2016. Daniels began boxing competitively in her mid-20s, much later than most fighters. She quickly rose through the amateur ranks, winning New Zealand national amateur titles in 2014 and 2015. Her late start became her superpower. Every jab, every step into the ring was filled with lived experience and purpose. Professional debut and early challenges, 2017 to 2019. She turned professional in September 2017, defeating Trish Vaka and collecting the New Zealand Professional Boxing Association, NZPBA light heavyweight title. Her first major test came in 2018 against Giovanna Perez, where she suffered a tough split decision loss. Rather than back away, Daniels pushed forward. She beat Lani and earned another national title. In 2019, she got her first world title shot against Perez again for the WBO light heavyweight crown. She lost, but walked away wiser, hungrier, and more determined. Setbacks and the COVID years, 2020 to 2022. The global pandemic stalled her progress, as did a frustrating cancellation of a planned fight with Auri Malaysia. But in 2022, she returned with a vengeance. She defeated Sakita Hemingway twice, Tinta Smith, and reclaimed her place as a contender, winning the Pro Box NZ light heavyweight title. History-making triumph, 2023. On May 27, 2023, Daniels faced Malaysia for the vacant IBF Women's Heavyweight World title. The bout was historic, the first all-New Zealand women's world title fight, and the first between a Maori and a Pacifica athlete. Daniels dominated, winning by unanimous decision, and became the first Maori woman to win a major world boxing title. But she didn't stop there. In December 2023, Daniels dropped down a weight class and defeated Australia's Desley Robinson to claim the IBF light heavyweight world title, making her a two-division world champion, an extraordinary achievement for a woman who was once told she was too soft to box. Consolidation and global breakthrough, 2024 to 2025. In 2024, Daniels successfully defended her light heavyweight belt against Nigeria's Bolatito Oluwole. She also earned her second Northland Sportswoman of the Year award, and in April 2025, signed with a top-tier international promoter, opening doors for global exposure. The crown jewel came in July 2025 when Daniels stepped into the ring with Claressa Shields, a boxing legend and the reigning undisputed champion. Daniels lost by unanimous decision, but her performance was widely praised, and her fan base expanded across North America and Europe. By then, her professional record stood at 11 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 1 KO, but her value was greater than any stat sheet. She had fought her way from obscurity to international relevance, and the journey wasn't over. House tour and car collection. Despite her fame, Daniels lives modestly. She still calls Pipaway home and returns there frequently between fights. She hasn't purchased a luxury mansion or shown off sports cars on social media. Instead, her wealth is tied to people, her family, her heritage, and her community. She's known to drive a reliable, everyday vehicle, and while she hasn't publicly revealed her house's details, it's widely believed that she prefers a simple, quiet lifestyle close to nature, surrounded by wano and the Northland landscapes she holds dear. To her, comfort isn't found in granite countertops or designer interiors. It's in the Mary, in the hum of the gym, and in the silence before a stormy fight night. Daniels didn't have a traditional college athletic career. Her journey through higher education was about healing and discipline rather than medals and varsity letters. After hitting rock bottom in her late teens, she worked her way into the Waikato Institute of Technology, where she studied nursing with intense focus. Graduating in 2016, Daniels began her work as a registered nurse, focusing on mental health and crisis response. She often credits her nursing background with teaching her emotional control, tactical thinking, and the ability to handle pressure, skills that translated directly into the boxing ring. Her college years, in essence, weren't about sport, they were about salvation. As of today, Lani Daniels is alive and thriving. She remains an active competitor, IBF light heavyweight champion, global ambassador for mental health and indigenous empowerment, and a role model for women in sport. Lani Daniels is more than a boxer. She is a living story of transformation, of a woman who walked through grief and came out the other side holding championship belts. Her smile is not a marketing gimmick. It's a declaration of survival. She has shown that toughness isn't about how loud you are, but how quietly you rise. That championship isn't just a belt, it's the ability to bring your people with you. From Pipaway to pay-per-view, Daniels has become a beacon for those who have been broken, forgotten, or doubted. In a sport built on swagger, she brings dignity. In an industry of ego, she brings service. And in every fight, she brings the weight of her story and carries it with grace.